Will you two shut the fuck up?
Welcome fucking back, brother.
Welcome back.
Do I sound a little spicy?
No, I think you sound great.
Okay,
Are you
good.
spiking it?
I did, but
No, that was me. I think I
I
spiked
got
it.
loud.
Hey, how you
Hi,
doing?
good.
Good. How you doing?
Spicy
over
like
Yeah,
you got
I'm
an
good.
attitude or what?
Like I ate tacos.
Oh.
there? Welcome back to Music and Mayhem with
Black Tooth
Black
fucking Grin.
Tooth Grin. All of us. We got
Yeah.
the band back
The
together.
entire band on camera, on microphones. Hyatt, say hi.
Hi.
Oh, this
It-
is Hyatt.
There he
Hi.
is.
I stole your thunder. That's what
It's
I
all right.
do.
Hey,
I'm
guys.
Justin.
Hey, I'm Jeremy.
You are?
I am. Pretty sure I am.
Who's the best looking one over there?
That's right. That's
God
me.
Damn right.
That's Lou.
Look at him. Look at him hold his mic, dude. Cup it.
I'm not gonna cup it. What am I? Am I singing karaoke?
That
So
sounds
how-
nice.
Yeah, it does.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Are you drunk already?
I'm working on it.
Jesus,
Fuck
you had
yeah,
one
bro.
beer, man. You've been in Black Tooth for a month. You have one beer. You get too drunk
He's
to
been
fuck
in Blacktooth for a month. He's been drinking for a month. What the fuck are you talking about,
a
dude?
month straight.
Yeah.
Welcome to the band.
Like, I weigh 114 pounds. One beer does me in pretty well.
Lucky. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Well, hey, small party in the back, but a beautiful party in the back.
We're going to call it Pretty in the Back tonight, I think.
Pretty in the
back.
Back.
Make some noise, Pretty in the Back.
Fuck
Alright.
yeah, that was good. I like it. So, how was your week? Tell me about it.
Go ahead, Lou. Why don't you pop us off there, bub?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Short week. You know,
It's,
only had to work 3 days this week. That was pretty nice.
That's right.
I don't know when this will come out because I don't have any idea how many we're ahead now, but
Actually, Friday the 13th of December. This is the one. It's Friday the 13th. Are you so happy?
Oh, it's Friday the 13th. Oh shit, that is. I should be at my company Christmas party, guys. I guess I got to go.
we'll see
I'm
you
late.
there.
Choose.
We are, just to pull the curtain back, making the sausage a bit. We are recording this the week of Thanksgiving, though.
We are recording this a
Because
couple
you're
of days
going out
before.
of town to fucking Mikalaka, come on, I want to lay ya, or whatever island you're going to go.
Much
Fucking
shorter.
past
It's
the Poi
Maui.
Mahalo.
I'm going to Maui. But that was
the
close.
boy, Mahalo.
I don't know what that means, but should I say that over there? Will
Yeah,
get
I
in
think you
trouble?
should tell everybody past the poi, Mahalo.
Well, is that fish?
Oh, I called Nugget Chingasso yesterday.
Mahalo's thank you. So
Oh, yeah.
you just be saying, fucking pass the poi, thank you.
I told Leo was here, and I called him Little Pinche Chingasso, and he repeated it, and I was like, "Oh no, we're not. Don't.
No.
Now I'm not going to teach you that Espanol."
No, isn't that like that fucking thing?
It,
I think Chingasso is like a thing.
it could, but
I
it's
thought
like,
that was just something my dad made up. And
No.
called everything chingasos.
No.
He'd
No.
be like, grab me
Pende-
the chingasos. He could be talking about like a fucking 3/4 inch socket, you know?
I mean, them
Chingadero.
Chingassos, pendejo.
I think that was a thing our parents did, by the way.
Oh, made up words.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, my mom had a phrase that was she said it was Chinese, but she said makahayu sisi bang fu all the time. Not quite sure what it meant,
My
but
da-
she would say it.
My dad used to get half cocked and tell everybody he was from a different planet, and he would make up his own little alien language, and he'd be pretty fucking buzzed by the time he'd start doing
I
that.
remember your dad was hammered once. It was after the first time he beat fucking cancer.
Yep, his
And,
big fuck you cancer party.
He was walking out of your room with Corey, your Uncle Corey.
Yeah, because they had just got a little bit ripped.
Wait,
Yeah,
is that
just
the
a
big
little bit.
hippie uncle?
No,
that was Jamie.
No, that was Jamie.
And
yeah.
ran into the doorway and said, "Excuse me."
And then fucking that exact same night, because I still say it to this day, he got so fucking drunk. He kept saying a matter of fizznack.
That's what
He
he
was
said.
trying to talk
He
like
said
Snoop.
something
A matter
about,
of fizznack, and he goes, "The fuck is a fizznack?"
The fuck is a fizznack?
Ah, cheers to the old man.
Yeah, cheers to the old man.
Shit.
So, you were telling us earlier, those that are listening, Jeremy has this love of electronics, guitar amps, guitar
Old
pedals,
shit.
old shit.
Old shit.
Anything you can find, the worst shape it's in, dude.
I like
you
old
fucking,
stuff, man.
You fucking get it and you make it work.
I don't buy vehicles that don't have cigarette lighters
He
in
only
them,
likes
you know?
broken shit.
Yeah, exactly.
like shit.
That's why he loves us.
I like
We're all
neglected, forgotten about things that were once beautiful.
Well, I
Thank
tell
you.
you what. Like my first practice here,
Yeah.
I didn't have to show. I mean, I showed up with absolutely nothing, just what I
Just
had
you
on
and
me,
your talent.
know?
Shit, man.
And
I got you covered.
He had a whole setup, everything ready to go, and it looks like he seriously pulled it out from behind a fucking building, you know.
Well,
but
he did.
Hold on, but dude, it fucking sounds amazing.
Oh, dude, it's far from good, but it
Amazing.
looks good from afar. That's
right.
I
I messaged you the other day talking about that, so I would like to start playing a little guitar in Black Tooth here and there on the new stuff we're writing. Not to try to take away from your skills, brother, but we talked about this the other day, and I said, well, I can pick up an amp and bring it out there, and I've got guitars and whatever. And I'm like, or I can just use one of yours.
Yeah, I've got 15, 17 amps out there.
The goal is to have so much musical gear you never have to carry anything ever again.
Ever. Just everywhere you go, there's an amp
Just
to
leave
plug
one
into.
at your friend's house. Yeah.
I thought I was sitting pretty because I got 2 extra cabs and an extra head at home, and I'm like, yeah, and I got 3 basses at home. I mean, I'm sitting pretty good. And Jeremy, I'm like, dude, do I need to bring anything to practice? He's like, no.
No.
Dude, I got you set up ready to go.
Well,
brother.
as soon as I became a bass player, I was like, well, I want a bunch of good sounding shit. I don't like goofy, awful sounding shit. I like goofy, good sounding shit. So I buy that shit off Marketplace that nobody else wants because they say it needs a little work.
Absolutely.
So I buy this, I buy this vintage Tusk amp. The early 80s, they only made them for like 3 years in New Jersey. There's a reason they only made them for 3 years.
Because it killed everybody that came in contact with.
So this is a full tube amp. I was prodding around in it like I know what the fuck I'm doing. It had static in it on startup, right? So, and the standby switch was making noise. So I pull the amp out. Of course, I fucking plug it in, and I pulled the standby switch out, just exposed all the volts right there, hanging out of the fucking thing, right?
And again, it's plugged in.
It's plugged in while
Of
I'm
course.
testing it.
Yeah, you got to
because-
test it plugged in.
So I'm holding. Let me demonstrate here. I'm holding a guitar with this hand, flinging the strings so I can find out where the short is in this guitar amp. Excuse me.
drink.
I'll drink. And meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out where the short is in that standby switch and reach over the edge of it and grab that fucking hot lead coming in. And I measured it, 450 fucking volts, hard coming in off the wall.
Now, not to get too technical, but these are AC volts.
They're
These
like
are not
straight-
direct current. These are alternating current, and they will fucking kill you.
And I
Just
work
so
on
you know.
I work on tube amps. I know this. The old man tells you prod in it with one hand with a chopstick. You put your other hand in your pocket so it doesn't make the circuit across you. Nope. Fucking right hand crossed my heart right into the left hand, and it fucking. Dude, it scrambled my egg for a minute.
Yeah, cross my
fucking-
heart, thank God you didn't die.
Dude,
Is that an old
yeah.
kid's poem?
No, it could have killed me. Absolutely fucking could have killed me. I looked death right in the face. And then I walked away from that amplifier. I said, nope, I don't, fuck you. And I was scared of it.
You didn't want to tusk it anymore.
I tusked that way too fucking close.
No, I got a tusk too
That
much.
was a-
If you.
That was quite the
cheers to
tusk
Pat.
that you took on there.
We're fucking fired, dude.
So, anyways, I survived that.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
that
here you are.
it was absolutely worth it because when we go rehearse here directly after this, I'll show you.
I can't
I'll
wait.
show
Are
yous
you
what-
going to play it?
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's plugged
crank
into
through?
my
Nice.
shit. Yeah.
Good,
So,
good.
That reminds me when you lived in Boise there off of Pleasanton. Upstairs jamming. And these old aluminum, frame windows and,
our very first apartment.
an amp that buzzes so he takes the fucking ground off of it.
Oh no!
know.
The reason I snapped the fucking safety ground off of it
remember
is
why you did
because
it.
the outlets
were-
only
were
had
they that
two
They didn't have the
rods.
ground yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck this safety!"
So
and
he's
plug
holding,
it right. Yep.
So now it buzzes.
Yeah.
And so he's holding onto the strings, goes to open the window, and just lights himself up.
Dude, I've been
Yeah.
shocked at least
Dude.
66
Like-
66
6 times. Oh, wow.
66
66 times. And then dude, it
I just watched that.
blasted his
One of my
pick
favorite movies ever.
out of his hand, across the room, out the fucking door, halfway down the hallway.
That is the same apartment. We were just talking about this recently. The fucking dryer was in this little shack out back. Do you remember?
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Like they had this.
In a shed.
It was in
Yeah.
a fucking shed.
Very
it
much
was a
was a
dryer
shed.
and a shed
on concrete.
on concrete. Went out there one day, no shoes on, standing right there on that motherfucking concrete. Put all my wet laundry into this steel fucking box of death.
220.
Now everything's wet.
All the
Fuck it.
boxes are checking. Here.
You ever seen that movie Final Destination?
Absolutely.
Death was standing there just like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, fucking
I
touch
reached
it.
up and pushed that start button and it went fucking.
Yeah.
So
Death
this
was
makes
that little dude that
same
popped up
apartment.
in Mortal Kombat. Whoopsie.
This makes me think of our early days at Strikers. You know, we haven't talked about Strikers for a while, but that's an old bowling alley with really shitty electrical. And
Oh yeah, they had 3 outlets
yes,
in that entire building.
And so we were running like
mics,
extension cords that weren't designed to run guitar amps because they were also 2-pronged. So we had broken the ground
like
off
a
all
bunch
our
of
cords.
those dollar store fucking.
And I can remember the first time you and I stood up and we had our guitars slung over so our guitars are plugged in, not grounded, and we lean into vocal sound check.
Zap.
And we didn't have these little fancy things and fucking shock your motherfucking lips.
Oh, dude, I was
God, that
just talking to Hyatt about this not
that is
2
the
days
worst,
ago.
dude. I'm pretty sure
Literally
that's why my fucking facial hair is gray.
trying to play a show and getting shocked
Just
through your
shocked
front
out of
teeth.
your mouth.
And you're trying to fucking
Fucking
sing,
awful, dude.
and you keep making Roscoe P. Coltrane noises.
Fuck yeah, like the Texarcist, dude.
Oh, dude.
Get on out of here.
If you've never been shocked, kids at home, here's what you do. Go get shocked. Just get it out of your system now.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
That's probably Dave Mustaine's trick.
Oh, yeah. My Roscoe sounds like my Dave Mustaine.
Dude, wait till you hear the episode, because you don't listen to our shit. But the episode when you go on your Dave Mustaine fucking
This is allegedly,
Rant.
Stacy, this is
comes
allegedly
out this
called
Friday.
the drunk episode, right?
yes, yeah,
The drunk episode.
yes, and it's coming out the day after Thanksgiving, which you guys have already heard it, and it was awesome. So, fuck, dude, you're gonna die if you ever listen to it. I promise you.
That's the one where Lou fucking. What was that? That was disgusting.
That was gross.
Don't ever do that again.
Like,
It's a
I don't
good
know
one.
what the fuck that
That's
just
a good
was,
one.
but
So, how was your week? Do you have anything fun other
Not-
than
not
watching
bad.
Jeremy almost die, or?
Just working.
No, Squeak
on-
was the only one that almost saw me fucking die. She was in there when it happened.
hey, we're talking to Hyatt right now.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
just working on mini bikes and trying to toe that line between practice and ride up until I almost die, and still saving enough to play with you guys when you guys get here.
So while you're doing that, do you work?
No, that's my early morning regiment. It's been my my physical therapy.
Nice, dude.
Between
After
six-
getting mowed down by a Harley.
Fuck,
I
dude.
just drum from 6 till 8 to try to get working again.
I wish I had that kind of focus. I mean, I sing all day. Every song that comes on, I sing it. Even if I don't know the fucking words, I sing it. You fucking practice more than anybody I know.
Factual.
Just want to get it in my pocket.
Well, don't make us look bad, us 3. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know,
fuck,
dude.
man.
It'd been so long since we'd played some of these Black Tooth songs that I literally had to go on YouTube and fucking relearn riffs I wrote. It's like,
I've listened to more Black Tooth than I care to admit.
oh yeah, because I don't.
Me
listen
too,
to my-
bud.
I don't listen to my own shit. I never have.
Well, a lot of it's me just getting my leg back to strength again too. I mean, even the name fibula it makes me sound like I'm milking it. So
Not really. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that's
that's
the little bone.
That's the little bone.
one
that I
down there?
broke. Yeah,
Dude, if you
so-
saw this X-ray though, like here's what a bone should look like. I don't know if you can see this, boys. It was like this.
yeah, totally bent. They're like,
Clear
we're not
snap.
going to fix that. I was
Clear
like,
snap,
Yeah.
clean through.
yeah.
And the doctor was like, take that boot off and walk around the house and play drums and ride mini bikes and shit.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he said. He said, "Do as much as
really
you can. Do as much as you can
He
right
said,
now."
fuck them crutches.
Yep.
Quit being a puss. You're in Blacktooth now. Have
So
another beer.
So how'd they line that shit back up?
They
then?
didn't.
No, they just said, fuck it,
gonna let
go.
They left it all bent. Yeah, I'm probably shorter on that side now.
Oh, you're
I'm
going to walk with a
confused.
dank-ass pimp
I'm
limp.
confused. I thought you were his legal advisor, not his doctor.
Oh, no, I'm also the family practitioner.
Oh,
Yeah, everybody in here comes
definitely listen to him.
Right.
Dr. Jeremy. Everybody knows.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I got something you got to take a look at.
Is it your butthole?
Get some Schmitty advice.
Did you get one now, too?
I think so.
Mine went away. You probably got
right,
mine.
right. It fucker migrated
Dude.
right before I go to Maui, dude.
Oh, you're going to
You
go
named
in there
it?
with a broken arm, a butthole lump, and no neck?
Dude, the fucking sharks are coming for me, dude.
Don't get in the ocean. You're just bait.
Oh, I'm in it.
Just don't go too far.
I mean,
You
I'm
named it?
told.
You named it.
No.
Can we name it right now?
Yes.
How about Oscar Goldfeather DDS?
DDS, he's a dentist.
He's a dentist too.
Yeah, he is, dude.
Holy fuck, he has a gold necklace.
Yeah. Fuck
I was
yeah,
gonna say
he does,
Oscar
dude.
Goldstein DDS, but
I like
Fuck
Oscar
yeah, dude.
Goldfeather.
yeah.
So he's
He's a dentist.
He's Native American.
No, not necessarily.
Well, Goldfeather sounds native.
No.
Running feather.
Goldstein sounds
Oscar Goldstone, DDS.
Okay, that's his name.
Yeah.
Oscar Goldstone DDS.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's very
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, Lou.
You know, as stupid as it sounds, Audrey and I come up with just dumbass fucking names all the fucking time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Just like, I don't know how ever it happens, but it's always ended with DDS.
Fuck yeah, that's so perfect. You know, over the 22 years we've been in a band together, and I don't know how many nicknames you've had,
Johnson McMahon.
but
DDS.
I've been Pickle Tits quite a bit.
Chooch.
Yeah, Chooch. Jeremy's really good at naming us lots of names.
Well, I just call you guys like, hey, cheddar tits or
Yeah.
fucking bologna sandwich ass. Or
What was the
whatever.
one you said earlier about cheddar?
My
Something
fucking,
about your butthole cheddar.
my please hump it and my cheese trumpet.
Yeah, dude. My fucking hog taker and log maker. You know what I mean? Dude, that's the best. Nicole loves that shit.
Oh, dude, that's one of my favorite things. You SNL, the Kate
dude.
McKinnon doing
Yeah,
the
dude.
thing. Oh, dude, it's
She's,
fucking
she's
good.
gold.
Dude, when she's straight like humping fucking dude's head, like trying to
Every time it's Ryan Phillippe too.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Same
Thank
guy.
you. Yes.
Yeah,
God,
same
I always mix those two up. Every time it's Ryan Gosling, he loses his shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Check it out if
Who
you
knew
don't know
that-
what we're talking
who knew
about.
that dude was so fucking funny.
Oh, dude, he's
Man.
incredible.
You have to be funny because you're on SNL and they write shit for
My
you.
favorite part of SNL is when they break character and start laughing. Like when you go to a
And
NASCAR
that
race just to
entire-
watch him crash. That's
That entire series of all of that skit.
oh my god, dude! There's like 20 episodes of that one too.
Oh, my God.
incredible,
So have you seen
incredible.
No, I haven't seen that. But
she's like everybody's abducted by aliens.
There's always
and
3 of them.
and the government is talking to him about it. And Kate McKinnon is like, they're interviewing, like, oh, we want to know. And 2 people had a great positive experience, but Kate McKinnon sure didn't. And she's talking.
She's always talking about how they're batting her tits around and shit. And like,
She's all, well, I'll show you. And she's like, just fucking straight.
She's
It's
like, there-
incredible.
She goes, there I was with my blowhole out, my blowhole.
she always calls her vagina and her butthole 2 really funny things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like-
please hump it and my cheese trumpet.
Yeah, please hump it, cheese trumpet, hog taker, log maker.
Oh, my fuzzy and my scuzzy. She's so fucking.
Oh, man.
She's literally my favorite lesbian of
Yeah.
all time. I
All
love
time.
her so much.
All time. Oh,
no, I love it.
And the other one, when she always makes the other actress that's one of the interviewees, she can't keep her shit together anytime Kate McKinnon's doing
Oh,
that
dude,
shit.
nobody
either, dude.
can.
No,
Fuck,
I wonder how much of that shit she's improving.
all of it.
If you've not seen this, go see what we're talking about. It's incredible.
I always learn cool shit from hearing you guys talk about it. When I sit there and laugh along like I know what you're talking about, and then I go study it later. Like I just watched
It's
that.
like, wow, those guys were right. That is funny.
I watched the Tenacious D stuff you guys were talking about last week.
Oh,
I
shit.
had never seen that. I didn't realize I hadn't seen it. But
the HBO
we-
Tenacious
right,
D.
We'd
Yeah.
seen it. We hadn't seen it forever, and Audrey, I turned it on the other day. We're like, oh my god, man.
That's
Pretty
where
awesome.
all of that
So
shit
good.
comes from.
some
like
of the first
tribute
appearances of all
and-
those
yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So the other day, I'm over at Peyton's house, my kiddo's house,
The other day.
and I was dropping off some things because Peyton's down in L.A. actually making music right now. Peyton's involved with a record label down there in L.A.
LA.
And Peyton is actually on her way right now to go down there. But I'm over at Peyton's house, and I'm picking up a couple of guitars and dropping off some things. And I look down, and I see this box that says Justin's stuff. And it's got the ex-wife's handwriting
oh,
on
that's
it.
me.
And I'm all... So I look at Peyton,
I know
and I'm
that
like, is that my shit? And Peyton's like, oh, yeah, I've been supposed to give you that for a while. So, I was like,
Oh.
fucking thanks. Like, everything in it is everything we've talked about on this podcast. So I popped this
pictures
fucking
and-
box up. No,
Like a time capsule of
kind of, but only of music-related and movie-related shit and mayhem. My CD collection that we've laughed about, every single one of them skips, and now it's all stuck together. Everything's all sticky in there, so I'm pretty sure it's Jaeger.
Don't ever let Justin borrow a CD or a DVD from you ever. He watches that shit like this. He watches it, takes it out of the DVD player, and he's like, "Fam,
Never
fuck
again."
that."
So here's a factual story. Mikey, original drummer Mikey, loaned me his Leonard Skinner Greatest Hits CD.
fuck yeah, brother.
And I was driving. This was after I got the Bug from you before I sold the Bug to Audrey.
Still in the
So I'm
family.
driving the fucking Bug.
yeah.
I
Love
had
that
I
Bug.
had a fucking system in it I'd put in and this and that. Well, I borrowed the CD from him, and apparently, it probably just came out of the CD player. I don't know how that works, but he hops in. I'm giving him a ride somewhere, and he sits in the passenger seat, and he looks between his legs on the fucking floorboard, and there's his CD, Skippy side down, and he's all, "Is that my fucking CD?"
Did I be a sip?
And I'm like, I'm like, is it your CD? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have a copy too.
Did you give me that?
He's like, you fucking borrowed it, asshole.
You do not treat vinyl that way, though. I will say. Nope.
No. If I see you put your fingers on my vinyl, dude, I'm gonna slap you in your fucking head.
Hands go on
That's
the
just how it
edges
goes, yes.
of vinyl.
Yeah. So I think we should segue into talking about music, talking about all that good shit. My kid down there actually working on recording. Going to be releasing a new album that my kid said is very punk and G-funk mixed.
G-punk?
And that's what your kid actually said. Was,
Oh, well, shit.
See,
Like mine.
Fucking, yeah. Yeah, Brado's all.
G-punk.
So, like, G-punk. So that's kind of what Peyton's working on right now. And I think it's a great little segue into one of our notes for tonight about writing a new album. Like,
yes.
The process. And I'm willing to bet our process is quite a bit different than a lot of bands. Because from my experience, it's not that we don't take it seriously, but we don't let it fuck with us. Like a lot of people overthink it and they pressure themselves and they push really fucking hard to have like perfection.
But we've had really good recording experiences with Brian Maddox.
Yes.
And Sean Dealey recorded that first one for us and shit. So, like, everybody we've worked with have been friends. That's kind of our formula.
Yeah.
Just you work with people you like.
Yeah, I mean, they understand really well what sound we're looking for.
Yeah, dude.
What we like.
Well, guys that have been to your shows,
Like,
you've barbecued with.
don't want
Gilly.
it overproduced. Don't want it,
we got Gilly's making a.
Hey, the boy.
Yeah, no, and
Such
now
a
we're
bull.
now we're up with we've been farting around with Andy over at the Mark. The Mark now, Andy at gigs. He's the recording engineer, man. He's got the good shit. If anybody wants to record, go do it with Andy.
Yeah, so it's a huge process, and it can be time consuming, but one thing that I feel works so well for us is like we're talking earlier about Hyatt fucking jams for 2 hours in the morning. When you're constantly you play a guitar every day, pretty much, don't you?
Yeah, I mean as much as I possibly
you pick
can,
one up,
yeah.
even if it's 5 minutes or something like that. But
I got
what blows me away, dude, is like, we're pretty lucky, like Lou and I, being in this band, that you'll show up with something. And so our songwriting process is you show up with like some ideas and a foundation, typically most of the lyrics, and we fucking do it. We write it. Then we write it like together, Yeah.
Like one thing that I mean, I've never really said, it's super stressful. I get super stressed when I know that we're going to work on a song. Jeremy has a riff he's bringing. He's thought of it. I immediately, I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm going to be on the spot.
But I don't want to fuck up.
I'm going to have to think of a fucking bass line. I'm going to have to come up with something, and like a lot of the times I felt, previously, where if I couldn't nail it down, I couldn't get the one I wanted, we would end up moving on to something else. And then, maybe it never got revisited.
Sure, if I get bored with a riff, I walk the fuck away from it immediately.
Well, that's that beautiful part about having the jam room ready for a scratch recording. So if there is a riff that you need, any of us need time to let it soak in and to really feel what you want to do.
Sure.
That's amazing to be able to send, I don't know, to send that around and be able to bounce stuff
like
off.
having that, having this break, that, we had, and, playing covers and all that other shit, it has been good, because I think it's kind of prepared me better for, kind of being on the spot.
Sure.
Well, and I can tell, like, having not played music with you and Lou in 2.5 years, we hadn't played together, you know, but you had continued to play Squirrels in the Attic. Jeremy, obviously, Reb Otis, Jupe, Odessa.
Yeah, Jupe,
and then you, in the meantime, like, you and Hyatt were building a camaraderie and learning each other and playing music together. And what's really cool is that, I think Lou, it gave you that a totally different perspective, like you're saying, like playing covers, doing this. So then you have to learn stuff you may have never played before, like,
yeah,
and it takes
dude.
you out of the pocket and playing into different tuning and playing.
Well, it's a double-edged sword
yeah.
too, because I think it hones some skills, and I think it takes away some other skills that because there's a lot of stuff like you learn a lot of dynamics, playing soft, playing slow, stuff like that. But at the same time, anything with a real sharp edge to it that you used to do,
Kind of
you
dulls
know,
that
yeah,
edge.
it dulls some of
yeah.
that edge a little bit.
That's exactly to kind of bring it back around to writing a new album. Like, the first three kind of have the same, feel to it.
Yeah.
So having a kind of a new look on things is, going to give it a different flavor. I think for all of us.
Yeah, no, I think a lot
it's
of
gonna be
different
great.
influences are going to make their way into that goulash.
So much.
Like,
Well, and like I said, I mean, I've seen so much growth. Obviously, Hi and I, we haven't played in a band together until recently. But playing with you guys for all the years that I played with you, your bass skills, Lou, have fucking grown exponentially.
Aw.
And then Jeremy,
aw,
you've like actually found a pocket that's really comfortable for you vocally.
oh sure,
Vocally,
Oh, man.
you have really honed in. Like, back in the day, it was always like you'd have to kind of think about how you were going to sing something, or you'd have to be like, okay, can I hit that if I can't? But now, like, your skills as a vocalist, dude,
Well,
as somebody that
doing
sings
the
have
cover band
grown,
thing,
dude.
man.
And to me, it's just, I kick back and I look at it like, well, my guitar skills have gotten better, but that's not ever really been a huge part of the public eye for Black Tooth other than very early days.
Doing the cover band thing for me though, I was playing bass solid 2 years, man. That was
Yeah.
Well, and you
'Cause-
were impersonating 30 different vocalists.
yeah. You're
Yeah.
doing an
Every time we-
impression of different vocalists the whole time. But I mean, so my guitar skills kind of took a shot in the fucking chops.
I was going to ask you, do you think playing bass has helped you?
It's helped me, I think, going to be
guitar
able
player?
to communicate to you better where I think that bass line is and what I'm talking about as an idea. But when it goes to a lead, it's like, holy shit, man, Jeremy's rusty. Like, I need to, my leads have definitely taken a blow.
It definitely helped you speak rhythm section, though.
Yes, no, rhythm section, I understand. Because before I was like, fuck bass players.
Yeah.
No offense.
No, none taken.
I was like, bass players are just extra, like a horn section.
Forget I was sitting right next to you.
He
Fuck,
did,
man.
Yeah,
You have
dude.
a bass player too. I mean, take it easy. Hey,
Fuck bass player, dude.
He did, dude. He smoked some weeds away, but it's all right.
like recently.
Recently,
Lou came over and we forgot what time it was.
I'm actually really excited, and why we're talking about this is, coming out with.
We're gonna record.
We're
a
gonna
new
record. We're already in the
album.
writing
New
process.
Black Tooth material.
Yep, we started the one last week, dude. That we
Got ideas.
We got some ideas put together, and we're gonna work on that.
Well, the
and-
whack part of that is there were easily half a dozen to 7 songs we had written.
and
before
performed
we all
plenty of them live.
Some of them, they're on set lists that I was like, shit, I don't remember doing that song. They're all lost to time, gone forever.
Yeah, I actually found a set list that I have, and I'll show you. It had one of those songs on it. And
I have
forget
one
the
too.
name
It's
of
called
it.
Witch Hunt.
Yes,
And we
Witch Hunt.
never fucking. Do you remember that song? Lou remembers some of it. He was doing like the.
But
You remember some of it.
I actually tried to Spotify that, and I'm like, did we learn a new?
We
cover
never
or
recorded
something?
it.
And we never recorded it. We only played it live a few times, and I literally looked it up on Spotify. Like, well, whose song is that? And it didn't come up with anything we would have ever.
No, it
covered.
was.
And
I
was like,
remember
okay.
writing it, but I do not
Yep.
remember any of it. Like how.
Yeah,
it
so
goes.
we're gonna start over, dude.
Yeah, start over.
And that's how it should be. I mean, obviously now, Hyatt's one of us, dude. And I
Well, it's
and
the
I hope
first
you're
time
okay
Lou-
with that. Are you
I
okay
am.
with that, Hyatt? You
I'm-
like it?
Well, that's why I've been jamming so much. I'm honored, and so I'm trying to make sure that I'm up
Cheers.
to par to.
Well, you're one of us, whether you play
Yeah.
drums
Oh,
or
yeah,
not.
shit,
dude.
man.
Like,
Cheers.
that's why you're playing drums, dude. But that, and you're really good at it.
Well, and this is the first time Lou and I have played music together, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
run in
Yeah.
similar circles for decades around the music scene around here in Idaho.
Yep, absolutely. So,
So-
I'm pretty stoked, dude, to see how the process goes and how it differs from, our old days were basically in the songwriting process. It would take us if it took us 15 minutes once we got together. Now, I don't mean to say we just show up and start to finish, we have a 15-minute song. And
We've
that's how it
done that
went.
before.
We have.
That's called Band Van.
Well, no, actually, we did have what Spectre's Cove. Spectre's Cove off of All That Shines.
Yeah.
That one was one. We were leaving practice. We were done. We were half fucking cocked off, drunk as shit, and you started playing the riff to it. And I remember saying, we had a mic stand in there, and I put it up in the air like Lemmy did, so I'd sing up into it. Because by that time, my vocal cords were swollen up like a porno dick, dude. They were like they were bad. And so I was like, well, I'm going to sing it like Lemmy. And Spectre's Cove happened after practice was over. We just wrote it. So that's a nugget that did show up.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about this time because, after this many years of being together and doing what we've been doing, there's no reason to rush it. There's no reason to rush it.
No, and I don't want you to feel any kind of pressure at all, Lou, with... like fucking...
I do.
No.
Yeah, get your shit together, bud.
Get your fucking shit together.
No, I think, honestly, like you... On what you were saying... Huh?
Sorry.
Beg pardon? Like, I can communicate better, like, hey, like, bass-wise. I know, because I've learned that playing fucking Bryan Adams songs for 2 fucking years.
So many.
Speaking of the summer of '69, here's a fun fact.
Lay it on me.
Music and Mayhem fact. New segment of the show. We're actually going to talk about music and mayhem. You ready for this? 1969, the Stones show in Altamont.
And that's Northern California, isn't it?
In California, yep. This was after Woodstock, I believe. Don't quote me. I'm not sure.
It is after Woodstock.
Yeah, because this was still the summer of love.
Yes, and it was kind of from what I know of it, kind of a
It was
Woodstock.
it was a free show.
Yes, it
in
was
the
a
park.
free show, and Woodstock killed it. Everything was great, and the music momentum was going.
And the
so
hippies
the Stones,
were loving life, and everything was still happy.
yeah.
So the Stones were like, "Fucking, we could do that."
yeah, we're gonna do that.
So they
And
showed up
they
to
did.
just play a show. They hadn't like fucking gotten security. They hadn't gotten like porta potties. They hadn't done
They
shit.
didn't
They
have
just set up
anything.
a stage and played.
Yeah.
Last minute hired a 1% motorcycle club
Yep. Outlaw Motorcycle Club.
as security, and somebody ended up getting murdered
They did.
by that said club.
Yep. So the crowd went wild.
Well, because it was like 100,000 people piling in last
Yes.
minute to a show.
Yes, and they started rushing the stage, and the motorcycle club members said, "No, I don't think so."
Well, and this guy that
And
pulled a gun
Stabbed
apparently.
him. Stabbed him.
The guy pulled a gun and got stabbed to
Oh
death.
yeah. Yep.
This incident literally killed that summer of love. It was the end of the hippie era.
Yep.
I'm
you
a
can't-
huge
you can't go
Stones
check
fan.
out the
I think
Stones
that
and
dude
then
was
die.
actually being attacked. And that's
What's
why
that?
That dude was being attacked, and that's why he pulled out a gun.
Yeah, and then ended up getting
And then
stabbed
ended up
over the
getting
deal.
fucking
Yeah,
stabbed
he was stabbed to death,
by
dude.
the
So
security. I'm using quotes.
That's pretty.
It's a bad day at a concert.
Yeah.
That's pretty mayhem.
telling me, dude. Yeah, that's very mayhem.
I wouldn't. I love the Stones, but I wouldn't get stabbed in the lung over the.
Everybody's
fucking
like,
Stones.
dude, I caught a drumstick. And you're like, dude, I caught a fucking knife.
to the lung.
Yeah, I caught literally death. So that's not what you want to do. We and as musicians, that's traumatic to be the people on stage. We had an issue years and years ago when we played at the Big Nasty Hill Climb, and it was the one you played, Lou, with a migraine.
Oh, the first one we played.
and then Taylor,
Lou played
the
a
drummer,
show with a fucking migraine.
Yeah.
and
I
Taylor
remember- That is some
played the show
soldier
with
shit.
a broken wing.
Oh
with
yeah, he
one
had a
arm.
fucking broken wing.
And which
I
was
remember
okay because he only had a 3-piece kit.
I remember you
so-
yelled at the sound guy to turn that fucking light off. You're blinding my bass player.
Yeah, I was not happy. But that particular night in the mosh pit, some kid got stabbed.
You fucking
Not
mushed it up?
killed, but he did get cut.
Yeah.
And
So
that kind of stuff happens, dude. And we, as musicians, and we go up there and we represent, us, and we have kind of an expectation that Black Tooth crowd's going to get rowdy.
Yeah,
It's
stop
always going to
doing
get rowdy,
that, you
but
sons of bitches.
don't fucking stab somebody, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and don't
So-
beat somebody up. Unless somebody grabs your wife by her private fancy parts, there's no reason to fucking beat somebody.
Wait, are there separate fancy?
There was an incident while we're on talking about
Yeah.
stabbing people.
Yeah.
we had played a fucking benefit for a kid that got stabbed in downtown Boise.
Yep.
And that night we had
Somebody
one-
else got fucking
well
stabbed.
we had one of our friends get really fucking soused and stole a phone from somebody to prove a point, Anyway, it came down to the.
Well,
the
I
very-
answered that phone because it started ringing in
Yeah.
my vehicle, and
Okay.
I was like, "Whose phone is that?"
Just to try to give a little background. Justin is talking to the people, returning the phone at the fucking back of the loading gate,
Hello, Justin's car.
and it's just Justin. I've already left. I'm halfway to Miller Street on 9th, and there's 4 people there
Coming
with
at me.
Justin, coming at Justin. And mind you, we just played a benefit for somebody that got stabbed and died. And these 4 people are about to fucking start whooping up on Justin. So what does he do?
I was gonna
He
stab them
fucking pulls the
motherfuckers,
fucking
dude.
knife out.
Well, you know,
And
I've had better
hear-
days.
I
I've had
hear-
better days.
I hear, Lou, I need you. And I'm like, oh shit. But you know, just I get there and he's holding this fucking knife, and I'm like, what are you doing? Put that away.
Well, and here's the worst part about that story is these dudes wanted to come up, and I was being cool. I said, "Look, I know my friend stole your phone because your friend was messing with their phone and texting somebody during our show. Our friend got a little protective. They stole your goddamn phone." Now, I've done the nice thing. I said, I looked at him. I said, I could have hucked this fucker out the window. You wouldn't have known who it was. I said, but instead, this random phone rings. I answer it, and I'm like, and now you fucks want to fight me? And this one guy, he's coming at me a little bit, and he's looking for a fight. Granted, if it would have been all of us there, he would have got himself a fight. But now there's 4 of these guys. But here's the worst part about it.
No, if there was all of us there, he wouldn't be looking so fucking smug.
No.
Not so fucking smug now, are you, buddy?
Exactly. So he comes at me.
Bart.
He comes at me, and I said, "You come even any closer, dude, I'm gonna make you leak." And I pulled that fucker out, dude, like I always have. I mean, it's literally always in my pocket.
I got that thing on me.
and not thinking about the fact that we just played this benefit for this poor kid. And I looked right at this guy, dude, and I was gonna fucking cut this son of a bitch, and the rest of his people, and
And the rest of his people.
and he fucking
Tell your people to come over here. I'll fucking
he
stab
look-
them.
The dude looks at me. He's all, seriously? He's all, you just played a benefit for our friend. They were like related to this kid.
We're gonna
that
be
died.
playing a fucking another one.
Yeah.
I'm relatively sure.
Fuck
I said
around.
that. So I holler for Lou. Lou comes back, and I've still got this fucker out.
Where the fuck was I during this?
You were long gone.
You were long
you'd
gone.
already loaded up.
Was
the
I
beer.
hammered and just poured me into a
You
truck?
were probably at some after party in the North End that we didn't know about. I don't know.
eating spaghetti.
Mr. Cool Guy?
But then
3:30 in the morning.
But then my vehicle circles the block, and our homeboy Corey. Now Lou has walked back up. Now here comes our homie Corey from Final Underground, and he is 3/4 of his body is hanging out that fucking window.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's
he
ready to
sees
go.
these dudes ready to fight me. He sees you walking up, and Corey
Well,
flies out of the moving Suburban. Probably kicked his flip flops off like he's known to do. And now we're ready to go. And thank God Lou and Corey showed up because these people turned around and walked away.
I just told Justin, "Mate, what are you doing? Fucking put that away. Let's just kick their asses." And then
We don't
Corey
need to
comes
catch
ru-
a murder
and
charge.
then Corey comes running up. Yeah, and it was very quickly.
There's a music and mayhem story
Oh
for
boy,
you.
that's musically mayhemish.
You know, I've had better moments.
Hey, you've played in a
In
band
my
with
life.
Corey.
Oh yeah.
Did he try to fight anybody when you were in the band with him?
You know, I don't know. We're all getting older in our
He's
old age.
he's a fighty motherfucker, dude. I don't know if you guys know this about Corey, but
He's spicy.
He and a bunch of his
Spicy.
buddies were they were out drinking one night, and I'm not going to say any names on this, but I will say Corey's name. But they're all out going around, and it's Corey and like 3 other dudes, and they're dropping off one of their buddies at his house, and the other 2 buddies start talking some dumb bullshit about, hey, we're going to go inside and fucking how's your mom doing? And they're like talking shit about dude's mom. So Corey calls out his other buddies and says, look, man, you can't talk about my homie's mom like that. And then Corey proceeded to kick the shit out of both of them right there. And, you know, so if you guys know our bro Corey that we're talking about and you are friends, be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't like you, you're going to fucking know.
We're old men now. We're old fuck. We're not.
I don't
fighting
think
anybody
Corey's
anymore.
old.
Well, he's an electrician, so that pussifies him immediately.
He is, and he's had like neck and back surgeries and all kinds of shit. Dude.
Corky's got soft hands just because he's a fucking Sparky. I don't give me that shit. Shows up late to fucking work in a Dodge truck. I bet you money.
No.
I work in the trades. I rip on Sparkies. Corey, I love you. I'm just teasing.
I'm a
Fuck.
general contractor, and I rip on Sparkies,
Oh, dude, because they show up late and bitch about everything.
Yeah.
You don't
What do you
need
expect?
heat. Pull your fucking wires and shut the fuck up. You don't need. Anyway, no. I do drywall.
That zigged when it should have zagged. Good job, bud.
Yeah, I fucking French fried when I should have pizzaed.
So talking about music, and this is not so mayhem, but it's
Yeah.
very
Interesting.
interesting, dude. I read a deal this week. No, actually, this one I heard on the radio. And about 2 months ago or so, Pink Floyd, the beloved fucking amazing Pink Floyd.
All hail fucking David Gilmour.
They sold their name and their music rights to Sony Music a couple months back for $400 million.
$400 million.
$400 million, dude. So, guys, listen.
That's a lot of
If somebody
for
comes up to
lifetime
me,
of work.
dude, with like a pack of fucking gum and $400, our music's gone.
See yous. Sorry about that.
At least
Fuck
they
you
didn't
guys.
sell
Hold
it
on.
to Disney.
What kind of gum?
Juicy fruit.
Blackjack. It's good.
That collective amount of work, just the entire catalog of Pink Floyd, the name Pink Floyd, literally one of the greatest bands of all time.
All time,
David Gilmour's a genius,
And
living
is
legend.
he the only
still.
only one still making music?
No, Roger Waters is still out there trying to do songs from the wall and shit.
Oh, they don't like each other.
No, they do not. Those
At
two
all.
old
Yeah.
queens do not
At
fucking
all.
get along at all.
Yeah.
And so David Gilmour is actually out touring right now with his daughter. Her name is
Mandy.
Romany.
Romany. Oh, that's
Romany
close.
Gilmour. She looks exactly like her dad. If you look up a picture of her, like,
That sucks.
no, she's pretty.
Oh.
David Gilmour's a pretty man.
Fucking
gorgeous.
60 years ago.
Oh, he's fucking
Actually,
gorgeous.
oh, hold on. I'm gonna
David
do what
Gilmour's
we
a
don't-
fucking
I'm gonna
gorgeous
do
man.
what
I
we
mean-
say not to do here. Hold on though. I saved something for you. Just
Are you
because of
currently
that.
looking something up?
No, it's right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send it to you. But
Beautiful
that's a
man.
picture of David Gilmour back in the day.
Oh, no, he was fucking gorgeous.
I just want
he's
that shirt, dude.
Beautiful man.
You guys have the same hair.
That's
look at
about
that.
it.
Can you imagine being
he's-
a musician back in the 60s? Or, I mean, whatever they called musicians back then.
Oh,
Like,
dude, everybody could get famous.
you
if
were talking about how saturated things are last week, but if you were in the 60s, you're like, hey, can you hold drumsticks? Yes.
Cool.
Okay, well, then we're going
You're
to get
famous.
world famous.
Dude, look at what's his name? Keith Moon from The Who.
Moon barely hold them drumsticks.
Dude, he was always falling over his drum set, and it was great. Dude.
Bring back ugly people making music. Here we are, boys.
Here we are,
Rock you
boys.
like a hurricane.
Yeah.
So that would segue into my album of the week, if you guys don't mind.
Please do. Please do. And
talking
I'm glad
about
you have
Pink
this
Floyd.
album. Talking about Pink Floyd.
It goes without saying. Dark Side of the Moon, 1973. One of my all-time favorite top 5 desert island fucking albums. It's perfect. From beginning to end, it is like one beautiful musical piece. And so much so that when we were kids and you could still illegally download songs from Napster,
Fucking
and
Napster,
shit,
yeah, dude.
it would come as one long,
Well, it's a
file.
concept album for the most part,
The
right?
entire thing tells a story from
Yeah.
beginning to end. The heartbeat at the beginning and the end. They actually stole the idea of the heartbeat for which album was that? Cycle. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it is.
yeah.
My first experience with that album, Columbia House.
Did you get it for a
do you
penny?
still owe them money?
I did. I'm sure I do, and the other two names, both my middle names, owe them money, and I'm pretty sure my dog does at the
You're
time.
damn right, dude.
But no, I ordered that for a penny, and I thought I was ordering the Wall, and that's how I discovered that.
See, I always think
That's
there's
fucking rad,
there's
dude.
two kind of people in the world, Lou.
Yeah.
There's the wall people, and there's Dark Side of the Moon people.
Yeah.
I myself am a Dark Side of the Moon people.
Me
The
too.
It is a fucking masterpiece. I don't need to tell you about Dark Side of the Moon.
No, but that's a rad album of the week.
Smoke a gigantic fucking blunt, take a tab of acid, and watch the fucking Dark Side of the Wizard of Oz thing they do, where you sync it up. We did it at the Morrison Center. They synced it up to the fucking
Like as an event?
yeah,
could
like
go
you
and
watched it on the big
oh,
screen
dude,
and they
that's
played
cool.
Dark Side of the Moon and we were tripping fucking balls. And then after that ran out, they started playing The Wall and then did a laser show to The Wall. And then at the very end of it, at Goodbye Cruel World, they fired a real fucking gun. And I was like, oh God, we got to get the fuck out of here right now. We got to get the fuck out of here. And literally, like, that's so Dark Side of the Moon.
And be thankful that they sold it to Sony Music, right? Because if
Yeah.
they'd have sold it to Disney, there'd be 14 Pink Floyd cartoons,
Oh shit! I'd watch a Pink Floyd cartoon.
74 more albums. You just get tired of it. Digitally created.
There is an
absolutely.
incredible
There'd be an
cover.
entire movie.
There's an incredible cover album of this album by Kyle Shutt from The Sword.
Yep. Doom side of
Doom Side of the Moon,
and it's
it is
just like it, note for note, only it's
just heavier
just tuned down a little bit.
with a little bit more
Little bit.
fuzz,
A little bit.
little
A little more
a
fuzz.
little bit.
Yeah, that's fucking great. So if you're not a Pink Floyd fan,
Then fuck you.
and say you're not a Pink Floyd fan.
I'm never gonna say that.
No. But I'm scenario here, bud. Pay attention.
'Kay.
Reel it in.
All right.
If you're not a Pink Floyd fan, which I've never been a massive Pink Floyd fan, but I like some songs, right?
Sure.
You showed me, it's been 8 years ago, I don't know, a while back. And
While
you
back.
showed me and Lou and everything at band practice, you showed us Doom Side of the Moon and you played Time.
One of my favorite
And so
songs.
they do the
off
whole
my favorite
intro.
album.
They do the whole intro, and I can tell you right now,
used to play that
if you're
together
not a
with
Pink Floyd fan, listen to Doom Side of
Track
the Moon.
4.
Listen to
Time.
Doom Side of the Moon, and you will become a Pink Floyd fan because Doom Side of the Moon opens your eyes to those of us. I'm a Zeppelin guy. Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin to the bone for the rest
Me
of my
too.
fucking
I
life,
love
no matter
Zep.
what. And to me, we've talked about this, but there's two types of people in this world with Pink Floyd and Zeppelin. If Led Zeppelin is your favorite band of all time, you kind of like Pink Floyd. They're good. But if Pink Floyd's your favorite band of all time, you kind of like Zeppelin.
See, and I always looked at it like the jocks loved fucking Zepp and the stoner burnouts
Stoners were
loved
Pink Floyd. Yep.
That's how I always looked.
Watch Dazed and Confused, dude. He's Randall Pink Floyd, dude. I mean, think about it.
The Freddies of your group listen to
He was
Zepp,
also
and the
a jock.
Shaggies listen to fucking Pink Floyd.
Dude, but I can tell you right now, even back in high school, I mean, Nicole and I, we dated back then for many years, and she was a huge Pink Floyd fan, and I was a huge Zeppelin fan. And I was like, yeah, kind of, they're all right. I like them. They're good. But I never got into their weird shit. To me, it was kind of weird.
I wonder.
Out
Yeah,
there.
I was just going to say, I worry about the younger generations really getting Pink Floyd because they spend a lot of time going no, wah, 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 wah,
Yeah,
no, no,
exactly,
no, no.
dude. Exactly.
Take
But if-
drugs,
my
kids,
middle
and
kid-
listen to it.
yeah.
You got to take drugs first. Jesus.
But if you
doing it wrong.
call yourself somebody that likes rock and roll, but you don't like Pink Floyd, I would say listen to Doom Side of the Moon. And if you still don't like Pink Floyd out of that, move the fuck out of this country.
Yeah, or
Go away.
Find the
Yes.
Animals album. That's
You like that one?
Well, I smoke weed, brother. Of course I like that.
Oh, yeah. All right.
The Wall's overrated. I'll be the one to say it. There's an
Mm-hmm.
amazing fucking bunch of songs on The Wall, but like it's wildly overrated.
There is, but it's an audio soundtrack to
think
that
it's a
entire
masterpiece.
movie, and it is
No,
really a masterpiece.
the
but
movie was
there's so
made
much
to the
not
album.
There's no songs. There's sections that it's just noise and it's whatever. So you can't. To me, The Wall, you can't just throw it on.
A lot of that LSD
Yeah.
rock. That
Wait, do
you
you
spend
have a
15
favorite?
minutes going, wah,
Do you
wah,
have a
wah,
favorite
wah.
Pink Floyd song? You and I
Not right
used to.
offhand.
You and
I mean,
I
not-
used
not
to
a
play
favorite.
Time together, and
Yeah.
that was
We played Time and we played.
in a little project called $3 Chuck.
It was also. I was just. What the fuck was that one?
Which one?
The
Pink
other
Floyd
one,
song?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
off a
it's
Dark
just-
Side. Do you remember?
It's just piano.
Oh, fucking the one. I got a little black
Yeah.
book with my poems
Oh, yeah.
in.
That's
got
on The
a
Wall.
bag. Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
that's off The Wall.
Depressing. Yeah. It's
Audrey's got a
called
shirt for you, too. She's
Nobody
making
Home.
you- yeah.
All right.
Audrey's
That's what
making you a shirt.
Oh.
Because of that song.
She is?
Fuck yeah.
Well, I made Audrey a fuzz pedal
I know.
because of that song.
Why didn't you clean it?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Can we have a cheers for Pep right now,
Yeah,
boys?
I need a beer, bud.
I would.
I'm out.
Well, here, I'll share one with you.
Thanks, pal.
Let's wrap this motherfucker up
But
so
not
we
yet.
can go
We got a
jam.
little bit more, and then we're about out of here. Next little fun fact.
Oh,
dude,
fun
and
fact.
I
I
can't
about
not
cut that
fucking
up.
talk about this because if you're a follower of Music and Mayhem, we have spoken about our buddy Daniel Spitz.
Daniel Smith.
Anybody want anything from Starbucks? It's that guy. So I was doing my reading. And I discovered that Daniel Spitz, he left Anthrax back in like 1995 or something like that. and he wanted to pursue a different career outside of being a fucking rad pro musician.
Little fucking tiny one too.
Dude, he's a fucking watchmaker, and he has some really high-end, like, bougie fucking watch company. So when we got
That's
to
because
play
he
with
has
him,
them little fucking fingers. He can get in there and
yeah,
just fuck. He's built like a Keebler elf. Fuck.
he really is. I don't know how he can span for guitar, but I never really looked closely at his guitar. It might have been a ukulele.
Dude, it looks
But-
like he was playing a fucking full-scale bass.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Ooh, get down there.
but
A little
he, when we got to play with Daniel Spitz, the reason I found this so interesting is because in 1995 he played with him, for a few years back then. He would have been making a pretty good paycheck.
Oh, that big fluffy
being
mullet.
being
Remember
with
that?
Anthrax, dude. And so he bounced on Anthrax and started this deal. So when we got to play with him and play that show with Anthrax way back in the day, that was during a quick little reunion with Anthrax. So we got to play with
With Joey Belladonna too, the original.
It was the first tour back with Joey Belladonna.
Charlie Benente.
Charlie Benente,
Yeah,
dude,
the
Scotty
whole,
Ian,
the original
and I forget
lineup.
who the other guy is, the bass player, but unbelievable, dude.
Bill
That's easy to do.
Goldfeather,
Yes.
DDS.
And
Jackson
he's hanging out with me
Holmstein.
right now.
Jackson Holmstein.
Yeah, and so
MF
I thought that was pretty
DS.
rad, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, shit.
So
Why
the other thing I think
watchmaker?
that's
like
rad,
watches.
yeah, like watches, like fancy bougie.
Who the fuck wears a watch anymore?
I still wear one, dude, when I need to tell what fucking time it is.
I'll tell you what time it is.
Motherfucker.
It's the 21st
Can I
century.
have that beer you're not drinking?
No, I'm sharing this one with you.
I don't want your
Wait,
fucking
hold on.
slobber.
Well, fuck
now I'm
you.
mad
I
at
want-
you, dude.
Okay.
I have more beer over there. We're
A
good.
couple episodes ago, it was brought up, but we never even really talked about it. We got sidetracked.
Yeah,
Shocker.
Weird, right? And it was favorite like rock and roll movies,
Oh yeah.
and it just we went left with it
Yep.
instead of right.
Yeah, it
So,
happens.
Jeremy,
Yes.
tell me,
With
what
a-
is your favorite rock and roll movie?
Without even
Rock and roll theme,
without even thinking about it, La Bamba.
Okay.
The movie that made me afraid of airplanes.
Oh,
La Bamba.
good
yeah, no,
one.
without
Good
a doubt.
choice, dude.
Fucking La Bamba.
good choice.
What about you, Lou?
Almost Famous.
Oh, that's a fucking good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Justin, do you have a favorite rock and roll movie?
Well, I wouldn't say I would. I have one that is like mainstream hit the theaters, because I'm a diehard Pantera home video
Oh
guy.
shit, we watched the fuck out of those.
Being a very diehard fucking Pantera fan, dude, and old school as far back as I can remember. When they came out with the vulgar display or the vulgar video or whatever it was for vulgar display of power, Jesus, dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that changed my fucking life. I wanted to fucking thrash.
we spent so much time
everything.
watching those at your house
Yep, absolutely. So yeah,
on the DVD. Hi, you have a favorite rock and roll movie?
Oh man, it's gonna bring up a whole debate.
Hmm.
Which, I mean, what defines a rock and roll movie? Is it like Christmas, where if they just flash a Christmas tree in there somewhere? Because like, Michael J. Fox wanted to be in a band in Back to the Future. That's
I'd
not a rock
allow
and roll
that.
movie.
No, I'd allow that.
I'd allow that. Yeah.
No, Lou says no.
No,
man.
you know,
No, like,
or musicals in
No, that's
general.
a time travel
Just based
movie.
around
Yeah.
music.
I
you
mean,
know?
based around music, I got to go with Labyrinth.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, I would have even accepted like Spinal Tap.
dance,
you know.
magic dance.
But yeah,
You gotta
Yes.
smack that baby and smack it up or whatever the fuck.
Dude, it's
you
such
gotta
a pervy
dance,
movie, dude.
magic dance.
what I liked about Almost Famous was how accurate they were on all the fucking petty bullshit. You know
Yeah.
that
Here,
was caught,
here.
man. Seriously, it was
The shit that
very
starts
accurate,
shit. Oh, you know which one?
They're up in a fucking plane that they think is gonna crash, and they're breaking up as the plane they think is crashing. You know, and like all these skeletons coming out of closets.
I'm gay.
oh,
You know?
absolutely.
Yeah, the poor fucking drummer in the back finally he's like, fuck it. I'm gay. And then the plane levels out.
Dude, when we
so
when
fucking
we
good, dude.
when we fly to Australia to play, dude, that's gonna happen to us.
Leanne, set this shit up for us. I know you're listening over there.
And
Oi,
also,
cunt. Oi,
and
you
also
fucking
buy
cunt.
our tickets. That's a lot of
Oh, wait,
money.
that's
Call
not
her that.
Australian. No, you have to call
You
her
can
that.
in Australia.
I'm not gonna.
She's like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's how you say it.
I still can't either, but
No, you can. When she messages me, she says, "Oi, cunt."
And if she ever messages me,
That's like getting
And
called an
calls me-
N-word by the black
she
guy.
calls
You're
me,
like, yes,
"Oi,
I
cunt."
made it.
Well, that's the thing. I would say it
We got
wrong,
fucking
and it would
problems.
just sound very.
I know you'd come in shooting guns like, "Hey, cunt," and she'd be like, "Duh, fuck.
Oh,
What
yeah.
did you call me?
now
You gotta
part-
act like there's two O's in it, like kunt.
Oh, you cunt."
party in the back, dude. Squeak threw something on our little fancy whiteboard here about "fuck you, Dewey."
Oh,
I
that's
would've-
a rock and
I
roll
would've-
movie.
does that qualify?
Yeah, that's
Fuck yeah, it
Dewey
does.
Cox.
Yeah. What did
That's
you
one
like
of my
that
favorite comedies of all
one?
time.
Even though you love Johnny Cash.
Yeah, no, I love the
Watch it right now.
Yeah,
I
fuck
feel
yeah.
like they're mocking Johnny
fuck
Cash.
practice. Let's just hang out.
He's mocking everybody.
That's
No,
a
because
magical
in that
movie.
era, when that movie came out, there had been every fucking like biopic that had like Ray had come out, Walk the Line
Oh,
had
yeah,
come
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Fucking there was anyways, whatever. There had been a bunch of those. So that whole Dewey Cox, man.
You know-
Watch Dewey Cox. That's fucking great.
Another
movie.
amazing comedy rock and roll movie, that Weird Al one.
Oh,
that's so
yeah,
good.
it's so good with
awesome.
Harry
Good.
Potter.
My parents,
in
my
Oh
parents
my
would
God,
kill
so
me if they
good.
knew I was at a polka party.
it. Have you seen that shit?
No.
So good.
The Weird Al one with Harry
No.
Potter
Dude,
in
you
it?
gotta
Watch
see
it.
All right.
It's
You'll laugh your butthole out.
Out.
Look, I have to piss so bad. Can
All
we
right.
cheers
so
Pepper
we're,
and get the
we're,
fuck
we're
out of
gonna
here?
cheers Pepper.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
You always have to pee so much.
Well, fuck, man, I drink a lot.
I'm proud of
road
you,
puppy.
and I love you.
I made it 55 minutes.
So before we sign off,
I love all yous
before we
guys.
sign off, Stacy has been kicking ass and making a whole bunch of new fucking
This
Black Tooth merch.
Buy it here.
Bringing
Buy
some
it.
throwback stuff. You can find that at the Vintage Lotus Studio.com. There is a link on there, right? Or a little section. And then jump in, dude, and follow us, man. Music and Mayhem 208 on YouTube, Spotify,
Go
Amazon
listen
Music.
to Blacktooth music.
Yep, go
That's
listen to some
fun.
Black Tooth music, dude.
If
and
you
bump those
if you
plays up.
found this without knowing who we are, that's weird. So go listen to our music now.
Yeah, go check our music out, dude.
All right.
Fucking weirdos.
Well, cheers to you, boys.
Music and fucking Mayhem, dude. Let's
Cheers to
let Jeremy
Pepper.
P and cheers to Pepper, and let's go fucking make some Black Tooth
Let's go
music,
play
boys.
music.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye.